Hey guys, Philly Godfather here from the PhillyGodfather.com. Episode 4 of Follow the Money dropped today. And we're shattering all types of records on iTunes, Spotify, and all your Google podcasts. So make sure you guys download it, leave a rating and a review, and let us know how much you guys love it. Now, let's get down to business. I got a sleeper team in the Afc West this year. And Coach, you're not going to like me for this one. I went over 7.5 wins for the Denver Broncos. I took plus 200 for this team to make the playoffs. And I nibbled a little bit, Coach, at 10-1 to win the division over your Kansas City Chiefs. But let's go back to last year. This team struggled at the most crucial position on the field, which obviously was the quarterback position with Joe Flacco and Brandon Allen. These two quarterbacks threw a combined 9 touchdowns in 11 games and sported a straight-up 3-8 record, which was one of the worst in football before they brought in Drew Lock, the future. This kid played lights out, went 4-1 straight up. His only loss was to the defending Super Bowl champs, the Kansas City Chiefs. Completed 64% of his passes and threw for 7 touchdowns. And he beat a playoff team in the Houston Texans, and he did all that with an offense that ranked in the basement in almost every metric, every offensive category you could name. So he did that with one of the worst offenses in football with absolutely no weapons. And now this year, they brought in so many weapons for this kid. They brought in Jerry Jeudy out of Alabama, arguably the best wide receiver in the draft. They bring in KJ Hamler out of Penn State, a kid who had 98 receptions for 1,650 yards and averaged 17 yards of reception. They still got Noah Fant at tight end. Cortland Sutton still on this team, over 1,100 receiving yards last year. And at the running back position, you got Melvin Gordon and Philip Lindsay, maybe the best 1-2 tandem in the NFL. And I haven't even talked about their defense. Their defense is still top 10 in the adjusted sack rate and getting after the quarterback. This defense led up 19.75 points per game last year while playing 10 teams that were in the top 15 in the yards per play metric. And if you remember, they had 7 games last year against playoff teams. Now, 2 of them were against Kansas City, but still almost every other week they were playing a playoff team, and they lost 4 games by 1 score or less. So watch out for this Denver Broncos team. They got a great shot of making the playoffs at plus 200, and you never know, at 10-1, you got to be gangster and take a little shot for them to win the division. I'm the Philly Godfather from the PhillyGodfather.com, and as always, guys, good luck.